Alrighty, so very interesting turn of events. After a tough loss for the Melonheads, the Sirloins have taken back over first place. This division is definitely tough, as it is very close, as it's a 3-team race, and the Sirloins have taken back over, and look who the next game for the Melonheads is against. Once again, the Melonheads match up with the Sirloins for a huge game. Once again, this is a massive game for the team. Stephanie Morgan is going to go ahead and play this time. Last time she didn't. The lineup did not hit very well last time. We're going to go ahead and make a couple changes to the lineup. We're going to go ahead and hope for the best, as Angela Del Vecchio, arguably your best pitcher, is matching up here against the Sirloins. This is a huge game for the Melonheads. They are technically one game back in the standings. It's a little confusing how the Sirloins have played more games, but we are interested in this matchup. Big deal. The Melonheads are coming off a really one-sided loss, and the Sirloins have put themselves in a situation to win the division again, but they have to beat the Melonheads, who split the last time they played 1-1. Let's see how this keeps going. Dante Robinson, something he didn't do last game, lead off an inning with a hit. He didn't get a hit at all, and now Dante Robinson understands the importance of this game, and he's going to go ahead and do what he does. He's stealing second base. He's in there. The pitch was a ball, and Jocinda Smith with Dante on first. 2-0 now. The Melonheads are looking to have some damage here in the top of the first. Jocinda's going to drill this ball to center. The diving attempt is going to get by, and Dante is going to score. 1-0 Melonheads, already looking much better than last game. Jocinda Smith and Dante Robinson. There we go. Pablo Sanchez, before I can even finish the sentence, another hit for the Melonheads. 3 straight hits, and the Melonheads obviously understand the importance of this game, and losing last game was a wake-up call because they are coming out swinging against the Sirloins. This is a huge rivalry and a big matchup for these two teams. That's 3 straight balls to Keisha Phillips, who's batting behind Pablo Sanchez. The first pitch strike is a slider. No interest. Ball 4. Keisha Phillips is going to walk. Bases are loaded. Nobody out. Here is Tony Del Vecchio with 10 RBIs on the season. Not too shabby. Wouldn't mind having him in this situation. He's going to hit this ball up the middle. They are going to try for 2 runs home. They do. It's 3-0 Melonheads here in the first inning against the Sirloins. Ahmed Khan now with nobody out. This pitch is high. He's going to pop it up. He probably chased it, which is unfortunate because the Sirloins pitcher has not thrown many strikes this inning. He does gift them out number 1. Here is Stephanie Morgan. She has been playing a lot, and she is tired, but she's told reporters before this game there's no way she's missing out, as this is a big game for her team. This ball is drilled to center. They're going to tag up, and it should be an RBI for Stephanie Morgan. It is 4-0 Melonheads with 2 outs. So Stephanie Morgan still comes through, and here is Mikey Thomas. Mikey Thomas had a good game defensively and went 1 for 2 last game, but he is going to pop it up here. Poor Mikey Thomas just can't seem to get anything going. And unfortunately for the Melonheads, they have no other first baseman on the roster. So here is Angela Del Vecchio, who is arguably the best pitcher on the team. And she is going to try and make quick work of these Sirloins and get her offense right back out there. That ball is going to be drilled to Dante, who is going to dive and miss the ball. A big attempt out of Dante. I don't know if he would have cut that ball off anyways, but that is a ball that's going to get all the way to the wall for a leadoff triple, and the Sirloins are answering right back to the Melonheads 4 runs. Let's see if they can capitalize on the runner on third. Nobody out. The 2-seamer inside. 0-2 count. Ooh, big punch out attempt there on the high heat. That ball is out of the zone, and Angela Del Vecchio gets him to swing. No damage done there. Del Vecchio does avoid The run so far, the curveball low is going to be a weak grounder. The only play is going to be to first, and it is an out number 2. But she does give up the run, so the Sirloins have answered with a run of their own. But, oh, just barely past the diving Ahmed Khan. Angela Del Vecchio almost out of the inning there, but it was just hit too far down the line, and nothing Khan could do over at third. Now Del Vecchio is going to have to keep pitching to get out of this inning. She hasn't looked horrible, but it definitely looks like she doesn't have necessarily the best stuff. That ball's going to be hit right to Jocinda Smith, out number 3. Hopefully she can put it together, and hopefully her offense can give her more runs. Here's Angela Del Vecchio, who can really swing it as a pitcher. Angela Del Vecchio, just as I said that, who can really swing it. She may have got under it just a tad. Warning track power for the pitcher. But that's something you like to see. Here's Dante Robinson. He led off the game with a single, and here he is in the second inning batting again. The ball low. It seems like if you want to capitalize on the Sirloins pitcher, you have to make him throw strikes, and Dante does just that. Takes ball number 1 and then gets a pitch to hit and rips it right back up the middle. Dante is going to lead off and steal again. This is exactly what happens. Dante gets on, steals, gives Jocinda a chance, and it's ball number 1. Another pitch. Is this not exactly the same as the first inning? Everything looking the same. The ball, the stolen base, back-to-back hits, and another run, 5-1 Melonheads. Oh, good job holding up Pablo Sanchez. It is oh, geez. Pablo gets a hold of this ball. See you later. 7-0 Melonheads on the Pablo Sanchez home run. This man has become everything you wanted him to be with his 7th home run and 18th RBI. The Melonheads take a 7-1 lead. And making this pitcher throw strikes is key. She checks her swing, but wisely, because there has not been a lot of strikes thrown, but does swing at a ball here. Ground ball to the shortstop. She's getting scooped. Out number 2, though. Here's Tony Del Vecchio with 2 outs, trying to keep something going. He's right on this pitch, but early. He had the location right. You gotta make the Sirloins throw strikes in this situation. Another pitch out of the zone that the Melonheads swing at. Out number 3. When they swing at balls, that turns into outs. When they swing at strikes, it turns into runs. It's pretty simple against these Sirloin pitchers. And so far, the Melonheads have capitalized, but have still fallen in their old ways of swinging at a lot of poor pitches. Del Vecchio gets the strikeout on batter number 1 for the Sirloins. Here's Javier Cortez, an outfielder for their team, I believe, the right field. Oh, this ball is drilled to right field. Phillips looks up. Gone, 7-2. The Sirloins offense is definitely what they're known for. Cortez just hit his first of the year, though. But Del Vecchio has a lot to work with. And you got to think that's all you need is for her to come out and make up for the amount of innings the bullpen had to throw. Strike 3 swinging. Del Vecchio, like we said earlier, doesn't have A stuff, but it doesn't look like the offense is going to need her to have her A stuff. If she can just come out and give a decent performance here, that would be all the Melonheads need. Strike 3 swinging, another punch out for Del Vecchio. She is definitely capitalizing on the free swinging Sirloins. That ball is right down the middle, and he gets antsy and swings a little early. 1-1 count on Ahmed Khan. 2-1. Khan doing a good job waiting for it. That ball's right down the middle, and Ahmed's going to drill it up the middle. A leadoff single for Ahmed Khan, and the Melonheads once again. Oh no, I accidentally bumped the button. The Melonheads once again have something going here. Stephanie Morgan, who is a little tired playing in this game, is going to pop it up. They may consider pulling her for Annie Frazier in the big lead, though, to give her some more time off, to have her fresh for the playoffs. Here's Mikey Thomas. He does a good job not swinging at a bad pitch. His pitch recognition is something that the hitting coach, Logan, in the comments, has told him he needs to work on. It's 3-1, and he has been trying to work on it. Ball 4, not something you see out of Mikey Thomas. So, hitting coach in the comments tells him to be more aware of swinging at bad pitches, and he is doing that. Here's a ground ball to the second baseman. Could be a double play ball. It is. No runs for the Melonheads this half inning. If you have advice for these Melonheads as we push for the playoffs, give us your comment below. Off the wall. Big time attempt out of Dante. Another triple out of the Sirloins. So the Sirloins are very slowly trying to chip away at this lead, which is exactly what you need to do. Into foul territory. Del Vecchio tries to climb the wall, a little bit more dramatic than he needed to be. Can Del Vecchio pitch out of this? She did pretty well, all things considered, last time. This ball is caught by Ahmed Khan at third. So Del Vecchio gets one out without giving up the run. Let's see if she can continue to... Uh-oh, this ball is drilled. I think this is gone. It is gone. 7-4 now out of the Sirloins. Right? It's Del Vecchio seems to be getting drilled or striking them out. Right now, she does not have her best stuff. The Melonheads provided her a lot of offense, though, which is exactly what they needed in this game. And everyone knew it coming in that the Sirloins were a good team. No doubt about that. So really, the key to this is limiting damage. If Del Vecchio can continue to limit damage, then that is what her team needs. And they have a good shot at this game. They're strike 3 swinging. Del Vecchio finishes 3 innings. Here's Dante Robinson. So far, he's gotten a hit in each at-bat and stolen a base. That pitch looked a little outside, but the umpire called it a strike. Oh, that pitch is way inside. And Dante scooted off the plate. He didn't like that. He does swing at a ball there, but it was almost trouble. Ball outside. 2-2. Terrible pitch. Oh, strike 3 call. Are you kidding me? That ball looked outside. Dante Robinson all around frustrated with that bat. Almost hit by a pitch and then a strike 3 called on the outside. Jocinda Smith is going to continue to crush the Sirloins here. The Sirloins are the reason she got a chance in the lineup, and she is 3 for 3 today. Pablo Sanchez is another guy who has murdered Sirloin pitching. And that ball is drilled. Another base hit. Back-to-back hits now for the Melonheads. Clearly the punch-out and frustration of Dante Robinson did not carry over into some of these other at-bats. And here's Keisha Phillips with a chance to do some damage. Keisha gets a hold of this ball. It looks like it could find the gap. And it is deep and gone. Keisha Phillips, the 3-run home run. And the Melonheads just will not stop and are not letting the Sirloins come back into this game. The 3-run home run, her second of the year, 9th RBI. Keisha Phillips is heating up big time, and that's what they need. 10-4 now, Melonheads against the Sirloins. Tony Del Vecchio up at the dish with 1 out. Del Vecchio is going to get that inside pitch, but I think he gets a little too much of it as he hits it right to the left fielder. And here is Ahmed Khan, someone we thought was going to have a little more power this year. Ahmed Khan going to fly this one to deep left center field. It is way up there for out number 3, but not until Keisha Phillips. Gone! 3-run home run. That's what you like to see. They're going to let Del Vecchio continue as most of the bullpen was used yesterday. They're going to continue with the big lead. Del Vecchio hasn't thrown a ton of pitches. So all you need really is for her to damage control and just keep this game from getting close. If she can just remain, 3-4 runs ahead of the Sirloins, that is really all they're asking here. Here's ball 4, as maybe she's working the strikeout pitches a little too much in that at bat and not getting the strikes in general. She was trying to get him off with the off speed and worked out of the zone a little too much. Here comes the heat. That ball's fouled off. Here's the 2-seamer on the outside corner, swing and a miss. The big punch out for Del Vecchio, 2 outs. This is exactly what you wanted here, letting her go for a 4th inning, which is always risky. But with a 6-run lead, you got to think it really didn't matter who they pitched. They needed pretty much the same results. Strike 3 swinging. Del Vecchio comes out and gives you a solid 4th inning of work. And Filet Jones is being pulled out for Franzilla. Godzilla's little brother Fran pitching on the hill. Oh, Stephanie Morgan was fooled by that curveball, thinking it was going to be out of the zone. That ball's up the middle, though. Stephanie Morgan's going to rip a single. And here in the 5th inning, Stephanie Morgan, they're going to go ahead and pull the plug on Stephanie Morgan, as she has played the game, but they're going to pull it and let her have her opportunity. And here's Mikey Thomas is going to even get in the hit parade. Annie Frazier and Mikey Thomas combined are still the slowest player in the league. And here's Tony Delvecchio, who can hit, so no reason to pinch hit here. Unless you just wanted to see if somebody can break out of a slump off the bench. Angela Delvecchio, I apologize for calling her Tony, but she is going to line out to right field, out number 1. They may even let Delvecchio continue to pitch, as they have the big lead and they want to save their bullpen arms for a different game. Here's Dante Robinson. He's going to move the runners over with the little weak ground ball, and it's 2 outs for Jocinda, who is 3 for 3 with 2 RBIs. Who else would you want in this situation, really? As she has come through with this exact same hit every at-bat. They're going to send the slowest guy in the league, Mikey Thomas, and it's going to be, if he doesn't cut it off, it may have been an out, but now it's 12-4 Melonheads. And here's Pablo Sanchez. Going to ground out to the pitcher. That's all right, though, as Jocinda Smith, forgot her name there, great job coming through. Annie Frazier's going to finish out the game behind the plate. They're going to let Delvecchio finish out the game with a huge lead. This is a complete 180 from the Melonheads we saw in last game. The Melonheads are swinging the bats, and they are getting it done, and they're looking like the team that wants to win this division. They understood the importance of this game. And I think that there might have been a little bit of this mentality that it was theirs last game. But they really had a wake-up call, and they came out and performed in this game. Delvecchio has given up a double here. This may be the end of Delvecchio. It is now 12-4. Runners on second and third. Delvecchio does have a big strikeout work, and this ball may hopefully be a fly out. And Keisha Phillips has a good throw to the plate. Not in time, though. 12-5. And Delvecchio needs one more out to end this game. Big swing and a miss. Delvecchio has not pitched great, but has pitched good enough for this Melonheads team to get the win, more than likely. The ground ball to Pablo Sanchez, over to Mikey Thomas, out number 3. The Melonheads have won the game big. The offense came through and really laid it on the Sirloins today. The Sirloins did not play bad offensively, but just could not hang with the Melonheads, who went 14 for 17 with 12 runs. Big day for the Melonheads, outplaying the Sirloins all around. That's what you need. Hammer Longballo, I didn't even notice it, was one of the guys who hit a home run. That guy has really raked against the Melonheads. But the Melonheads, once again, have played well against the Sirloins.